So I'm planning a meeting. It's Matt and Sam, just like the previous thing where it was the Scrum. Anyway, yeah. So the way that the website one planning meetings is supposed to work is that we bring tickets and we vote on them. Matt has now very kindly created an actual explicit event, and we've moved the things earlier, and so hopefully it can all be a bit more formalized. Now, I haven't brought any tickets because I haven't finished some of the tickets that are outstanding from before, and that's kind of my top thing. Oh, I see. Oh no, that's a different person. And I guess you, Matt, you're thinking about working on we've started working on the particular issue that you encountered. I guess that would be the ticket that you would bring. Have we voted on that? Has it been estimated?
You know, it might. There's chances separate issues, so we might want to vote on it.
Yeah, totally.
Because there's an activity tab that it doesn't show up, and I don't know if it seems like it might be a separate issue from the commits not being for every repo.
Yeah, well, let's, and that's of course what the voting is supposed to be all about, is to highlight these things. I'm just going to try and bring up the old waffle board. Here we go. There we go. Press that one, and it's always on the wrong video. That shows you that I do exist in 3D and not just two-dimensionals. Right, so we've got this one thing on the backlog here. Some users have no GitHub activity tag. This is the one that you created.
Right.
Here. So, and unvoted on, and we can just go there and see, indeed, no activity tab. And it says, user does not, there's an interesting message there.
That's interesting. Maybe there's some sort of log table. I don't even know. I haven't.
No, sure. I mean, I've never seen it before myself. I no idea how it works. So yeah, I'm just going to throw in there. Interesting. Yeah, we have a no activity tab message is appearing. Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, but then so Michael, so he's got like, so the thing that Michael was talking about. Oh. The thing that he was talking about was about he's put in his own separate ticket or something. So that's this one. So this is okay. So there's a separate.
Yeah, that's a different issue.
Different thing. Of which could be related, but isn't. But yeah, I mean, we could be voting on that one, but. So this is now, I mean, the way it's supposed to work is you can choose up to 3 tickets that you would like to have voted on, and it could be just so. But I imagine you'd like to bring this one up so it can get voted on and you can get started on it, right?
Right.
Are there any other tickets that you'd like to have voted on, or is it just this one sufficient for today?
I'm a little bit interested in the next one too. 1631.
Deactivate. Oh, okay. You're right. Okay, that was a. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, we can. Let's get those 2 voted on and sort of had a look at. Excellent. Yeah. Well, let's start with the top one here. So we've got this one. Yeah. So we've got this issue that is yeah. I mean, there's a broader issue that I think people don't know that the activity tab is there, or how to use it, or what Karma is, or any of this other. But let's stay focused on this thing. We have just seen that it's clearly the problem for some reason. Yeah, on my account.
Your account will have it.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. I guess that we could be. I can't help myself but feel like I want to just dive into not that. Oh, go away. God, I'm always doing that. I'm like leaving bloody security keys like that I just looked at, like in the video, and I don't know. Anyway, so let's file open recent website one. Here we go.
Meaning to look at just the activity, that the view, and maybe seeing.
So, But yeah, so I mean, we could be saying, oh no, we should be voting and discussing, but it seems like if we have a little look, so we've got the profile, detail modal,
Ooh, hello, hello, hello. Da, 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 da. Hey,
That's great.
yeah, I think the problem may well be my side. It's,
Yeah, I tried a couple.
no, I got a. Oh, it's this annoying thing. If I just the number of Chrome tabs goes up and up and up, and it gets to a point where it just collapses under the load. Yeah. Interestingly, Safari continues working and makes me put off rebooting my laptop, or at least Chrome. Anyway, so I just been doing some digging here, and seeing that basically, you know, we've got a acceptance test that checks that if users have no contributions, then they see this, you know, user does not have activity log message. And so basically what it means, and I pulled up your user from the database, and we have this commit counts table.
Mhm.
And at the moment, there's not an entry for you in it. So that certainly seems to be the superficial cause of the problem. And then the immediate question on my mind was, you know, why are there not any commits? Why is there not a commit count for the different projects for you there? And have we not got? So I've gone into the rate tasks, because I thought we had a rate task. It's probably in scheduler. Yeah, so we have this GitHub commits job that runs, and then so I think that this comes back to this issue that Michael was pointing to, that, you know, we've got this set up so that, you know, if there's a failure for one of these, then, you know, there's no guarantee that the individual users' commit counts are updated correctly. So simply separating this into two blocks here, you know, that ran these independently, you know, or just even like two. Oh dear, what about on? I mean, you know, two separate rescue clauses, right? Might be sufficient to fix that, but we're not sure. I guess. So I'm going to look in here. And we'll check that we've got your Google GitHub profile URL. I'll just check that we've got your correct GitHub
That's
profile URL,
That should be right.
because that would be the other. Yeah. So yeah. So I don't see any. I mean, the fixing of this, like presumably going into here, it will get. Yeah, we go in. We get contributor stats. Contribute. Right, what does it do? It goes in, right, and I guess that's from the client. That's OctaKit. So in OctaKit, it's going in, and it's trying to get the data, and then it's going to try and find by GitHub username. Yeah, so it's gonna pull the username off the thing and then find by GitHub profile URL. So that should, in principle, match up. And then it should be creating commit counts for you, and so on. So yeah, I mean, I guess the thing that what Michael was talking about doing as a way of debugging this is to actually kick off the rake task and trail the log. So we could just do that in the background here. If I go to, what do I want? I go here, I could do Heroku run, what do I want? Rake. It's scheduled. What have we got? Scheduler. Go on, scheduler. This is fetch GitHub commits. Oops. Like that, minus R production. Run that on the production server. And of course, what we want to do at the same time is, Heroku logs minus N minus K.
Oh.
And then minus R production. Yeah, so this is the stuff where, this is the stuff where, like, for you to do, we should give you access to the production server so you can see. But so we do that, and then if I hit that, then in principle, there we can see there, yeah, it's start process with command bundle exec rake fetch GitHub commits by user Tansaku.
Rake quota.
Yeah, I mean, we have these ongoing memory quota exceeded just all the time. That's
Okay.
kind of de rigueur. But so yeah, I mean, in some ways, rather than deep diving, we perhaps should have just stayed at the level of voting on the apparent complexity. As I say, I think there's two approaches. One is just tightening up. Oops, what have I done there? This is running in the background, starting process, and then see what we've got is other people are coming in and making requests in the background. I mean, we could go and there's a whole interface that might allow us to find things in there a bit more easily. But so yeah, what we're going to have to look at, and it's Heroku run 1036. So kind of the place actually to see that running and to be able to focus on it, we've got let's go to website 1. Okay, if we go to the paper trail, and then we filter by this. Yeah, so in principle, I mean, we may also be out of logging for the day.
Oh.
I don't know, or will it only show us that? I'm not 100% about where the like the errors that operation might be hitting. like what they'll come up under. Anyway, so I guess the action items there are to get you set up with more access to.
Yeah. And like that paper trail, you had to install that, right? I don't have that when I see.
Well, this is like if you have access to the Heroku instance, you can just click on Paper Trail there and go and see it.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that. Sorry.
Yeah. But so I mean the simplest and easiest thing is, I mean, you could just take this and set it up locally, and so that you had one project that you had definitely contributed to and your user in it locally, not even necessarily like in a test harness, just set it up like that, and then run the rake task and see if you get these warning messages coming out. Would be.
I'm just guessing that it'll work, but that's typically when I.
Well, it may or it may not. I mean,
that's a good first step. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think certainly, like you say, like if we can move towards giving you access to the production data and the production server, I think that's probably the way. That's probably the way to go. Yeah. So I mean, I think we could move to a vote on how difficult we think this one is going to be to fix. I guess.
Same issue. Yeah.
Say again?
It's the same issue then as Michael's.
It certainly seems like it's going to be related. Like I think we've got an issue for you here where you don't have any commit counts for any projects, and Free Ranger has a issue where he doesn't have a commit count for a specific project.
Okay.
The thing that generates the commit counts is this underlying task, but that's just what it is. So it certainly seems likely that they're going to be closely related. I guess I will try and do the little voting thing in the website one channel. If I can remember how to do it. Voter, this is no activity tab, and the link there. Okay, yeah, and so we can do our vote there. And I guess I'm sort of tempted to, I mean, we've got this idea that we should have 3 of us doing it. And we can maybe leave it there for someone else in the channel to pick up and go on to later. I guess I have maybe failed to, it would have been, not this one particularly, but you were expressing an interest in the 1631. So it might have been, had I not deep dived on that thing, we might have had a chance to vote on another one. I've got another meeting now. But I think maybe the thing to do is to empower you in Heroku to have more access, basically. And you saw some of the techniques that I was using there. So you could, at the very least, like if you were able to come in and watch the paper trail thing here, I'm not sure this will necessarily give us what we want. I mean, at the moment, I think it must be running the, it must be running the whole thing in the background, right? But we're kind of being.
I saw an error, but
yeah, well, there's errors come through here because this is like people are like trying to check if we're a WordPress site, and so we're saying like, well, no, we don't have WP login. So this is like bots who are trying to exploit WordPress things by just finding random servers and then hitting them to see if they're like, if they've got stuff. So, I mean, it certainly looked like that. It may also be that the production server, like those things that we were just seeing here, that it's these warn messages are not being shown.
Oh,
right. It may be only if there's like a full error or what have you.
Is that a setting?
Yeah, I mean, and we don't want to change that in the live production system. So, but it's the kind of thing, yeah, if you had a copy of the production data locally and or at least a more realistic version of the data locally. But so let's go in here and look at access. And so we've got here, yeah, I can add you here. And what's your email that you use in association with Heroku?
Matthew.r.lindsay. Yep.
So you should have now, you should be able to come in, you should, for example, be able to go to this page and click on the paper trail. If you get set up locally with the, like here, and get a remote, like a remote like this one
Yeah, I've got
set
that.
up, then
Oh, okay. There.
yeah, like do your git remote add production, and then this thing, you'll be able to get Heroku access. Of course, now remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
This is the production server, and so you could. I mean, I'm perhaps am I a bad boy that I regularly kind of come in here and like to grab data on the Rails console in there, probably to be used with extreme caution. If you're ever doing that, feel free to run it by me if you're ever worried about, oh, should I be doing this or not? And I'll be very happy.
Yeah, well, I was on support for a wire transfer system doing billions of dollars, and I had to look on the.
All right, nerves of steel. Then that'll be great. Yes. So, but then what was I going to say? Brain. Go on, Brain. Was it? Oh yeah, getting the copy of the product. Like, I think it is quite useful to be able to pull the production data down locally, and there is quite a simple mechanism for doing it now. Go on. Say again.
That would be less likely for me to cause any.
Yeah, to have the copy. I mean, we've got there's like privacy issues for pulling the data down, but as well. But
broadcast how to do it.
Yeah. Now, see, what I'm remembering is we've got storing the information about how to get a copy of the production data down in the documents in the site. There is as well. There's like basically Heroku copy to local machine. Actually, quite a good article on. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Which shows you how to do it. I mean, the important thing is about obviously, you kind of do a backup, and then you do one of this. Like, there's this. Here you go. This thing here. Restore to local database.
Okay.
And in principle, you can get it there. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do that one. That one. I did have a project workflow documents. No. Okay. Oh, PG data migration. I had at one point. We had that's the same sort of thing there. But I think probably better to refer to the latest Heroku documentation.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I gotta go to another meeting now. But yeah, let me know if you need help with that or what you find out, and I'll catch up with you next week.
Yes. Great.
All right. Thanks, Matt. Bye for now.
Bye.
Cheers.
Oops. Sorry.